All right, next up, we've got Kansas State, Missouri. Missouri. These two used to be Big 12 foes. Now they're, of course, different conferences. Kansas State, 5-point road favorites, 46 the total here in this game. Was very impressed with K-State. Very, very impressed with K-State against Troy last week. Troy, again, no slouch, a solid Sun Belt team. But like I said last weekend, and we talked about Troy, Kansas State, I think Kansas State laying the points was the way to go. I did cash a ticket with K-State, 42-13 win against Troy. I just didn't trust that Troy offense to work against Kansas State, and it didn't work. They only had 167 passing yards from Gunnar Watson. They had no rush attack, 70 yards rushing for Troy. That was it last week against Kansas State. And I like what I see from the Kansas State offense. Very balanced. They can run it. Look, obviously they don't have Deuce Vaughn anymore, but Trayshawn Ward, DJ Giddens were able to run the ball. And Will Howard now, he's been here multiple years. He is firmly ready to be not only a starting quarterback, but a good one. And he had a really good game as well for Kansas State, 250 passing yards, 3 touchdowns in the win against Troy. Missouri, what do we make of them? 0-2 against the spread. They don't cover against South Dakota, 35-10 at home. And then very troubling for me, Connor, 3 touchdown favorites against MTSU, Middle Tennessee. And they barely survived with the straight-up win, 23-19 in that game. And in terms of yardage, 316 total yards for Missouri and 285 total yards for Middle Tennessee. So only a plus, 30 or so yardage advantage for Missouri at home against Middle Tennessee. That concerns me gravely about this Missouri team. And I'm thinking, you know what, Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz, knows what he's doing on the offensive side of the ball. You got a quarterback now that's been here a long time, Brady Cook. Time for him to take that step forward and really improve. I'm not seeing it. 14-19, 219 passing yards against a very, very much weaker opponent. That's not the kind of numbers I want to see from the quarterback position for Missouri. So they're betting Missouri. I mean, this thing opened 6 down to 5. Not me. I definitely wouldn't be. Now, I get it. Last year, these teams played, and I was on Missouri last year at K-State, and what a horrible bet it was. It was all K-State, 40-12 last year. They keep betting Missouri. The more I'm interested in Kansas State because I just think they're the better football team. And quite honestly, Drinkwitz, has he really improved this program since he's been here? I think I got to give Chris Kleiman the coaching advantage here in this matchup as well. What do you think here, Connor? K-State, Missouri.
Yeah, I don't know if he has with Missouri. It's short here, home dogs. It just, if it drops maybe a little bit lower down to a field goal, I think K-State might be the play. Yeah, I liked them too. That was a favorite that got it done. It just got over too there. Troy had the over in that game. And that total dropped right before it started too, down to 49 in that game. Yeah, I just think they're a little bit of the better football team, like you talked about. Someone just put in there was a Bengals. So yeah, Brady Cook. Nothing's really changed. When you have these college quarterbacks, like they have a decent game or moment, but the old things creep back in. Just the bad throws, the incompletions, the interceptions. They are at home. This is where they play their better football. So at least they can hang on that. And I still want to see Missouri a little bit. Is their defense really for real? I still have questions with that as well. This is a game I'm going to wait on a little bit too.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see because to me, there's definitely, and Missouri's defense wasn't nearly as bad last year at times, but I thought Brady Cook's, if they keep committing to him at the quarterback spot, this is at some point you just got to say, develop, grow, improve, as a starting quarterback. And I'm still waiting for it to happen, quite honestly, with him. We'll see if he can play well here against Kansas State on Saturday.